Hi, my name is Akankshya Upadhyay and I am your English instructor. In today's class, we will solve the grammar portion of Unit 10, which is describing events. Let's begin. In the grammar portion, we will first look at how to change voice of a sentence. And in the second half, we will try making some sentences from given options. Now first, we shall go through voice. Voice is actually a form of a verb. So it holds a very important place in English grammar, and grammar is actually incomplete without knowing the types of voice that we use. So there are two types of voice. The first one is active voice, and the second one is passive voice. Now in case of active voice, subject is typically the person or thing performing the action, which is important. So the subject is important here, and the action can take a direct object. In case of active voice, we talk about subject, and this subject holds importance in the sentence. For example, the example is, she loved him. Now here we have the subject, she, and the action is loving someone. Now here, she holds more importance than loves him. While in passive voice, we talk about work, or the subject is not active in passive voice, it is acted upon a verb. Now here, the work is more important. So work holds more importance. She loved him is in active voice, and in passive voice, we rewrite it as he was loved. Now here, he was loved, or loved holds more importance in case of passive voice. Now while changing from one voice to another, we need to remember a few things. So the first point to remember is the active subject is converted into or changed into passive object plus optional agent. Now we will see this rule in the example below. She loved him. Now the active subject here is she. And while we change she loved him into passive voice, we have not seen the use of she. So we can use it as he was loved by her. Now this becomes the optional agent. Hence we say the active subject in active voice is changed into optional agent in passive voice. Now rule number 2 is that active verb is changed into passive verb. Here we've seen the use of verb love. Now we will see a few more examples. So now the first statement in passive voice is reading is enjoyed by Sarita. Now what we do is first, we recognize the subject of the sentence. Now in this sentence, reading is enjoyed by Sarita. It is in passive voice. Now what we do is we first identify the subject of the sentence. So who is doing the action? So who is enjoying reading? It's Sarita. So the subject is Sarita. Now what we do is to convert it into active voice, we rewrite the sentence such that the subject, that is Sarita, is performing the action. So we now give importance to the subject and not to the word. Hence, the sentence in active voice becomes Sarita enjoys reading. Now here, we see that Sarita is given more importance than reading. And you need to keep in mind that we do not change the verb. You need to keep in mind that we do not change tense. So we know that the passive voice is in present tense because of the use of is. And therefore, we rewrite the sentence in active voice using enjoys, which is the present form of verb. Now we will try to solve few examples from our book. We'll try to convert them from passive to active voice. Paper was invented by the Chinese. Now again, the subject here is Chinese because they're inventing something. So what we do is we give importance to the people and not to the work. So we say Chinese invented paper. Again, we need to remember that the tense is not changed. So we add the here. So we say the Chinese invented paper. Next we have the problem cannot be solved by John. So we turn it to active voice by saying John cannot solve the problem. Now we have one interesting question. Have you been awarded by the university? So here we rewrite it as, now here the subject of the statement or the question is university. So what we do is we raise a question with has the university, now this is the subject, awarded you? Has the university awarded you? The street has been surfaced by the municipality. Now again we have the subject municipality here. So we say the municipality has surfaced the street. Remember, we are not changing the tense of the sentences. So always keep in mind to keep the tense same as in the question. So we say the municipality has surfaced the street. So in this way we change the tense from passive voice to active voice. Now we are moving to the next part of our grammar portion. Here we shall be making sentences by joining the clues. And this is a very simple exercise. So now we will try to make sentences with the clues that we have in our text. So here we will be choosing the correct form of verb and the object to make sentences. Now let's try a few, then I will leave it for your homework. I will make Monica clean the table. Or, I made Monica clean the table. We can have two sentences with I, and we can choose two forms of verb for I, and then one from this block, and with clean the table. So with I, we can make two sentences. Again, we can also say I will make Kiran to send a message. Or I made Kiran trim his hair. So while we're using the form made, we cannot have to here. So while using made, we avoid to. We say, I made Kiran trim his hair. Or I made somebody clean the table. Or I made Meena clean the table. Second, we have Ramesh. Ramesh makes Monica clean the table. Or Ramesh makes Kiran clean the table. We can also use Ramesh is making Monica clean the table. So we can construct many sentences from these clues. Again, we can have Ramesh gets Monica to send the message. Or Ramesh got Kiran trim his hair. Same, we can use it with I. I got Monica to send the message. Or I got Meena to send the message. Anju will get Meena to send the message. Or Anju will get Meena clean the table. Similarly, we can have Anju will make Meena clean the table. Or Anju will make Kiran clean the table. Sagar is having Kiran trim his hair. So we will just match and then form sentences. So Sagar is having Kiran trim his hair. Anju got Monica to send the message. I made Monica clean the table. Or Binita has somebody to send the message. So similarly, we can construct many sentences from these clues, which I am leaving you to complete as your homework. And we have 3 more homework questions. And the homework is to change the voice from passive to active. So these are the 3 questions. The first one is, my jacket was made in Thailand. Now here again, the subject is Thailand. So we write Thailand as the prime importance in the sentence. So we state Thailand as the prime importance in the sentence. So Thailand now was made. We don't change the tense of the sentence. So we say Thailand made the jacket. So here we write the, because we're talking about one particular jacket. That's my jacket. So we can use the in front of jacket. Second, we have let the assembly begin. Now here begun is, here we need to keep track of the tense that is being used in this sentence. So let the assembly begin. Maybe the correct answer for this could be the assembly began. And for food would have been cooked by Justin. This is a pretty simple question and I hope you can do this. Just make sure you do not change the tense of the sentence. So Justin would have cooked the food. And with this, we've come to the end of today's class. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or anything that you wish to share with us, please feel free to write to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.np. Thanks for watching.